What's up, everyone? I just tried doing this. I'm going to start trying to do some videos for Twitter. I know there's some people on Twitter that aren't on YouTube. So I'm going to start trying to do some very brief, quick, shorter, maybe update videos on price, technical analysis type videos. I have this new software I'm just testing out and figured I'll give it a shot for all you Twitter people that aren't really too keen on watching YouTube videos. So in this video, this is a message to all the holders out there that are, looking at everything going on YouTube, and you're kind of just like, man, why is everybody so negative? Because that happens, right? And it happens every time we're in these dips. Right now, we're in like a 40+% dip since the June swing high. The last month alone, we've seen some red 20% plus dip, and you get all the negativity happening. And this is my message to you. Get used to it, right? Hang in there, keep it positive, but at the same time, just get used to it. What's up, everybody? Somebody says, should I buy Bitcoin now or should I wait? I'm not going to give you that advice. I can tell you that much. What I will talk about real quick in terms of price is this. So I tweeted earlier, and this is very true. I believe this. Listen, I could be wrong. I get it. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I said this entire leg down from June high will prove to be the very last opportunity to buy Bitcoin under 10K. Many have said this before, but we finally reached a point in this Bitcoin cycle that makes it likely. I believe that. We're in this long-term trajectory. Bitcoin's trying to put in a higher low from December lows. We have to be patient for that. It could take a few more months before we get to where we're going to bottom out. Maybe it's 7,000. Maybe it's 7,500. Maybe it's 5,500, right? And all of these are kind of targets that we have. I had a comment on this post not long ago at all. Nick said, yup, yet you posted a video a few days ago to buy at $8,300. Number one, I will never tell anybody to buy. I will never tell anybody to buy. But I will share with you when I'm buying. And just speaking to that, I did post the other day. I'll throw that out there. I posted the other day. Let me see if I can find my Fibonacci tool. Swing low that we had October 21st or so to swing high. This is a support area, very short-term support area, potential bounce off of this green rectangle, the 618 to 786. It's an accumulation area for me. I bought a little Bitcoin, nothing crazy. As we know, we're waiting for a very larger target that is potentially in play if this support failed, which it did as of right now, unless this daily candle just pops right back above into this channel. We have another target, $6,500, a breakout target out of this symmetrical triangle that extends back to June. That's a way heavier accumulation area for me. So, just speaking to that comment that I got on this tweet where Nick said, yeah, but you said to buy $8,200 or $8,300. Number one, I didn't say to buy. And number two, I'm transparent in the fact that I bought some Bitcoin. And that's completely cool. This is part of my approach. I have buy zones on the way down of every retracement, right? So here's a buy zone for me. Here's a buy zone for me. And when we hit each buy zone and Bitcoin becomes more and more oversold, like you can actually see right down here on the stock RSI, extremely oversold on the daily, my buy zones become heavier. I accumulate more. I will buy heavier. If Bitcoin does manage to fall below $7,000 from where we are right now, and we're hitting $6,500, I will be buying. I will be buying way heavier than what I bought in terms of Bitcoin falling into my first support range. So I just want to throw that out there. And I'm going to be transparent with you, but this is my approach too, right? So, and I say this on YouTube all the time. This is my approach to Bitcoin, my approach to Bitcoin accumulation. It's buying the dip. It's buying the fear. Bitcoin's oversold right now on the daily chart. You can cruise over to the weekly chart. It's oversold on the weekly chart. We're just entering that oversold on the weekly. In terms of accumulation, in terms of the fear and the negativity you see in the markets, it's absolutely an amazing time for me to really think about accumulating more Bitcoin. This is my approach. This is why I started the YouTube channel almost 2 years ago, to follow this, to track this approach of buying the dips. So I just wanted to share share that with you. Dachau Matt says, do you think a move to 74.50 at the 1276 is likely, or do you think we're done for this pullback? So to answer that, I don't use the 1276 in terms of any analysis. It's just not what I do. What I will say is, in terms of downtrend, the biggest play for Bitcoin right now in terms of next possible support for me that I'm looking out for is around 7,200. And that's very simply the 50-week moving average on the Bitcoin weekly. It's a big area for me, namely because in terms of tracking Bitcoin right now, if we zoom out on the chart and we look at the cycles of Bitcoin and we're taking our Fibonacci retracements in terms of the long-term cycles of Bitcoin, then what we're looking at is a very similar move of what Bitcoin did in 2016. We hit our resistance, 618 to 786. We bounced off of it, came down to the 50-week moving average, and we stayed above the 50-week moving average. And then we entered the bull market. I've been waiting and looking and watching and tracking almost every YouTube video, the same exact move for Bitcoin, right? We take the same Fibonacci retracement in terms of the cycles of Bitcoin, and we have the same exact resistance, the cycles of Bitcoin, Fibonacci 618 to 786, came back down, and as of recently, we're just above, once again, the 50-week moving average. So $7,200 is that area right now that I'm watching for. I'm very curious to see if we test it. What happens if we test it? Is Bitcoin going to stay above it? Time will tell if that happens. But what I'm saying, thanks for the hearts, Stephen. What I'm saying is my approach is very simple. Heavier and heavier accumulation areas for myself. This is not financial advice. Don't do what I do. Heavier accumulation areas on the way down for Bitcoin, especially as Bitcoin becomes oversold, mainly on the weekly especially. If you zoom out on the charts, every time Bitcoin is oversold on the weekly has proven to be a phenomenal time to buy, but also proven to be an extremely strong area of negativity on crypto social media platforms. And I'm pretty sure most of you can agree with me there. So those are my thoughts. I want to do a quick little video. I'm going to try and do these short videos for Twitter, especially as price, I imagine, continues to be volatile. So thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of the day, and God bless.